Stephen A., what's your response to Durant calling these fans corny and weak?
Well, I would have come up with a better word than corny. But in terms of the spirit of his argument, I 1,000% agree with Kevin Durant. I support him on this. I don't support what he did in terms of his response. But what he just said about, older folks doing that, obviously I've been to, we're talking about over 3,000 games I've been to in my career. And I can't tell you how often I see grown men coming to a game, and in some cases, grown women coming to a game, inebriated and feeling the license to say anything they want to. And, it's like there's a difference between me heckling you. I remember Michael Jordan just looked at somebody, because they was in Philadelphia one game back, and the guy said, "You're a scrub. You can't play." Michael Jordan went, really? Of course, something like that is no big deal. But the kind of language that is spewed at these guys, let me tell you why guys react negatively. Because more often than not, you'd never do that in the streets. You'd never do that if you were by yourself. You're emboldened because you paid the ticket to get to the game. You know you're at the game, and you know it's a slim to zero chance that an athlete is going to be able to get at you. And even if they could, it would be to their disadvantage to do so, because there's a heftier price that they would pay. And so as a result, you're emboldened and you say whatever you want. That's what he's alluding to. I've seen it happen throughout my career. It's excessive. It's uncalled for. And I think he's absolutely right in terms of the spirit of what he was trying to say there.
Fans there's a line they can cross.
Right.
If the fan crossed it with his language and the referee did nothing about it, I feel for KD. On the other hand, you still can't feed the trolls. That's what they want. Let me explain to the players what is actually happening when fans are heckling you at the game. I may take more than a minute.
Okay.
Sure. All you are is a character in their favorite TV show. That's what you are. That's what we are sometimes for fans of this show. And what they are looking to do when they come courtside and heckle you is they're trying to break the fourth wall. They're watching Game of Thrones and trying to get one of the villains, if they root against the Golden State Warriors, if it's the road, if you're on the road and they're rooting against you, they're trying to get you to respond to them. That's why they're using that language. Now, if he's just calling you a cupcake and these kind of things, cupcake, you're going to have to eat that, right? That's the way it is. And if you are accused of being too sensitive and you're sensitive to that, well, then you're proving their point when you respond. Yeah. So the language they use, they can cross a line. If they're talking about your family and stuff, they can cross that line. You wouldn't say that to someone in the street. That's not okay. And the league and the ref should do something about that. But if they don't, the last thing a player can do is respond the way KD did. It is the opposite. It's having the opposite effect of what they want. All you are is a bad guy. I think it's WWE. You're a bad guy on their favorite TV show, and they want to be in the movie. Yeah, they want the character to interact with them.
I'd be laughing my way right to the bank and counting all my millions if I was KD.